Today's episode is brought to you by Factor. Factor's got those good meals coming straight to your home. Also today we're brought to you by Privacy Hawk. Protect yourself online with Privacy Hawk. Now let's jump into this podcast.
Hello, everybody, it's time for Cosmo Crendor.
Crendor in the morning.
In the morning. Broadcasting live. In 4-hour recording studio. Recording. Wake your ass up, it's the Crendor in the morning.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Cox and Crendor in the morning.
We have jumped into the exciting episode.
Yeah.
We have landed in the excitement. Can you feel it?
I mean, I feel something. Mild annoyance, maybe. Yeah, I don't know if it's excitement.
That might be it. You gotta let it build.
You gotta let it build. See where it goes. Follow that. Where's it going to lead you?
Yeah, where's it going?
Somewhere.
It sure is. How you doing?
Good. How was your Thanksgiving?
It was pretty good. We cooked. So the turkey came out on time. Last 2 years, it was a little late, but this year we were like, all right, make sure it's thawed. Make sure we get it in the oven. In fact, came out a little early. Did the old let it sit wrapped in foil after it was done, cooked everything else. And it was probably our best timed Thanksgiving in terms of getting everything out.
That's great. It's a weird way to judge Thanksgiving, but like I'm happy for you that it all came out on time.
Well, I think people underestimate the timing of everything. Because, like, you need to get everything out on time. Because, like, if something's, like, late and you're eating, that thing's not even going to get eaten. Right? Or if you finish something too early, it's like, what do? I want to serve it when it's hot. So then you either got to wait around for it to, like, you got to reheat it, or you just got to, it's like everything's got to come out, like, perfectly timed, or you got to reheat everything all at once. That's why you cook some of it the day before, and then you start the things early where you're like, the turkey's going to take, like, 2 hours. You, like, put that in, and then, I do, like, asparagus last. That takes, like, 10 minutes, stuff like that. So it was good. Got it all timed.
That's, you know what? I'm happy for you. My Thanksgiving was timed too, except that we went to a restaurant. So they brought it all to us.
How was that?
In a timely fashion. It was great. It was delicious. Thanksgiving meal, my parents were like, yo, Thanksgiving at noon at this restaurant. I was like, great. Thanksgiving was over for me by 2. I went and I streamed. I did the whole thing.
Wow.
It was a fine day.
What did your parents think of it?
They loved it. My mom got a breakfast scramble. She didn't even have Thanksgiving food.
Oh.
She was like, I'm going to have scrambled eggs and toast. I was like, okay, live your life, Mom.
This is straight up like, yeah, I don't want Thanksgiving food.
Yeah, my dad and I got turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy and vegetables. I think it was I don't remember what vegetables. Maybe it's carrots and stuff. Pumpkin pie, like a starter. You got like, my dad had like a lobster bisque or something. I just got a salad. They gave me a full salad, Crendor. Not like one of those baby crap salads. Like a full ass salad. I couldn't believe it.
Damn. The full ass salad.
Yeah, they gave me the full ass salad. It was great.
It's was it like a fancy place or just like a normal place?
No, it was straight up one of the many restaurants down towards the beach here in LA.
Huh.
And it was just like a lovely restaurant. It was, Thursday afternoon. We literally rolled in at noon. So basically it was lunch brunch still.
That's pretty good.
There was a bunch of other people there eating turkey, and we just sat down. And yeah, the turkey was delicious. It was great. And then we got up and we left, and I took my parents home, and then I went and streamed. Solid Thanksgiving. One of my better ones, I'll be honest.
I mean, that does sound like a solid Thanksgiving.
It was great. Yeah, got to see the parents, and then got to go like do stuff I like doing. Great. You know what? I'm thankful for that.
How about all your other stuff? Because I know you had apartment issues.
Oh my God, I did. Oh God, everything's just, dude. It's all minor things, and in the grand scheme of things, it's all first world problems. But it's also just like the most ridiculous stuff, things that shouldn't be an issue, right? You'd think if we're going to first world problem it should be things that a first world can handle. You know what I mean? So
Right.
when it comes to the apartment, I'll complain about this. I have been wanting to move for some time. My apartment, it keeps getting worse and worse and worse. I do not like it there. The quality has declined and the prices keep going up, right? Mm-hmm. I've said this before on this podcast. Well,
Right.
I went and I found a place that I really, really enjoy. I think it's a very nice apartment area. And so I was like, I guess I'll go and check it out and see what's up. So I went there, looked at it. It was very nice. I don't know if I mentioned it on this podcast, but I feel like I've told everyone, so I'm just going to say it again.
Right.
I found a place that I really like, but comically, it has a terrible view. Like one of the worst views I've ever seen in my entire life.
Right.
But the apartment is very cheap because the view is so bad. But it's in a very nice complex. And within, I'm going to say, 100 feet, something ridiculous of a
Right.
Whole Foods, a bunch of restaurants, like a coffee place, a bunch of like activity things. Like it's just in walking distance of a bunch of stuff. And I was like, maybe it's worth it. And the guy was like, well, you know, this unit, we'll give it to you cheap because no one wants to rent it. And it's because the view sucks. And I was like, well, let me see this place. I got to see it. So I go up, they open the windows. The windows look directly onto the roof of the Whole Foods. There are giant solar panels, air conditioning. Like, it just looks directly. There is no view. It is directly onto the roof of a Whole Foods.
And it's like one of those hotel views where you're like,
Yes,
check
yes,
the view,
yes.
and it's just like, oh boy.
It's terrible. Terrible view. Like, clearly no one is going to buy this to look out their windows.
Yeah.
But I thought to myself, well, I'm never going to open my bedroom windows, right? Unless I'm going to get into some like real kinky role play stuff. And the room that I would set up because it has like a den, right? That room I would use to set up stuff for home so I could record from home, which means I would black out the windows anyway, and I'd put up foam around so it didn't echo, right? So like that wouldn't matter.
You're never going to look at it.
Yeah. And the room that's in the living room, the window that's in the living room, I'm going to keep that closed most of the time anyway, because if I'm watching TV or whatever, I don't want to get, the sun in the TV because I couldn't see anything. Yeah. So only very rarely am I going to open that window and step outside onto the porch and be like, yeah, love me this view. Like very rarely is that happening.
Yeah.
And I was like, it might be worth the deal. So the guy was like, well, you can submit an application. It doesn't mean that you have to buy it. We'll just hold it for you. And you can think about it. I was like, all right. So I submitted the application. I go home, I'm talking to my parents. I'm thinking like, man, I really want to do this. I think I should pull the trigger. This could be a good move for me. And as the night goes on, I'm just sitting there alone in my apartment. I start getting like, but man, I love this apartment. It's so good. Like this apartment, it's a really good apartment. And this was Tuesday night, right? So I was like, oh man, this could be good. I don't know. Do I want to move? Ah, man. As I'm having this mental conversation, power goes out in my entire apartment complex. And I'm like, well, that's not good because my phone's at 10% battery and I can't charge it now. So I assume the power's going to come back on. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm going to bed. And it was, I don't know, 9:30 p.m., right? And I was like, well, I can't do anything. And I can't leave because if the power's out, the garage door's not opening in this apartment complex. So I can't do anything. Plus, the elevators wouldn't be working. And the locks to the doors the stairs wouldn't be working. So I'm trapped in my apartment as long as we're blacked out. I'm like, okay, cool. By the way, if you're wondering at home, that doesn't seem very safe. It never is. And it's been a problem I have with this place forever. But anyway, I was like, all right, well, you know what? I'm going to go to bed. I'll put my phone by my bed. And when I wake up, I'll plug it in, because I just assumed I would wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, if I wake up in the middle of the night, I'll plug it in. Or if I wake up in the morning, I'll plug it in and charge it while I take a shower. So go to bed. I wake up, it's pitch black, and I go to look at my phone to see what time it is. My phone's dead. I'm like, well, I have no idea what time it is. The power's still not back on. I don't know what's going on. Everything in the neighborhood is dark. I look out the window. I see nothing. It's pitch black. I'm like, what the hell? So go back to bed. I wake up and it's light. And I say to myself, okay, surely the power's back on now. Nope. My phone's still dead. Everything is off. I took the coldest, grossest shower I've ever taken. I was shivering. The water was freezing, Crendor. Freezing.
So the water wasn't even heated?
No, the water was not heated. I was just like, oh my God. Oh, like shaking in the shower. Doing that thing where I'm like, as I'm pouring, like cold water is pouring down on me. And I was like, oh no. So the whole day I felt off because I took a cold shower. I need a hot shower to start the day or else I feel terrible. So,
really? Huh.
Oh dude, I need a morning shower. I can take a shower at night. I can take a shower whenever, but I need that morning shower to get going. And a cold shower in the morning, I was freezing all day. Like my body temperature is off.
Crazy. What?
I was a mess, dude. I was a mess.
I don't like morning showers, but if I had to take a morning shower, I'd start maybe a little hot and then hit the cold and then get out.
Oh no, it was cold to start. It was cold to start. I sat in cold to a certain point, right? I turned down the intensity of the shower. By the way, my shower sucks, but still turned it down so it's like a trickle, just so I could stand under a trickle of cold water because it was less intense than a pouring down cold water. So I go to the office because I'm thinking, okay, if the power's out in the entire area, I need to get to the office before everyone else gets there so I can send them home if there's no power in the office, right? Because I can't call anyone. My phone is dead. I'm living like it's 1820, dude. I have no communicate. I have to go to a place to communicate with people. So I'm like, okay. So when I go downstairs, someone has opened the garage door, so it's opened, like they did it manually, and so I can at least leave. And for blocks and blocks and blocks going to the office, all the power's still out. For some reason, I guess the office is on a different grid because it's on like a different part of the city. I don't know. Perfectly fine. So I get into the office, look at the clock. It's 7:07 a.m. I'm like, come on. Are you kidding me? I feel like I've been up for like 4 hours. I got up when the sun was up. Anyway, I go about, do my day. Everything's fine. And the entire time I'm thinking like, man, God, I'm moving. I gotta move. I can't do this anymore. Like that sucked. That was so dumb. Wednesday, I wake up, go to the office. No, I'm sorry, not Wednesday, Friday, because it was during Geekenders. Go to the office, and the garage door is broken. I can't leave the apartment. In fact, no one can leave the apartment. Our cars are trapped in the parking garage because someone broke the garage door.
Did someone break it already?
Yes, before. Dude, it happens with the frequency. Again, let me remind everyone, when I went to the cops because people were stealing my mail, the cop literally was like, yeah, it happens a lot there. My apartment complex has gone to shit. It used to be amazing, and it has only gotten terrible. And the reason why, truthfully, is that it's the ownership for the last several years has been passed around between like those companies that just buy stuff, like investment companies. And then what they do is they buy stuff, fire staff, jack up the price and everything, and then resell it to someone else who's an idiot. And then they do the same thing. So it's kind of like when you look at fast food places, and you're like, well, I remember Burger King being good. Same thing. I'm living in the Burger King of apartment complexes right now.
You really are in the Burger King.
And it's terrible. So I couldn't get out, so I had to do the podcast from home.
And you don't even get one of those paper crowns.
I know, dude. So
they just go around your apartment handing them out.
After
voted Burger King.
Please stay. Yeah, after that, I was like, I messaged the new apartment complex. I was like, I'm 100% moving in. Let's make this happen. So I'm definitely moving at the end of this month. I'm like, I'm over it. I can't do this anymore.
When's your last day?
So the apartment, this is hilarious. The apartment opens December 17th. That is the day that I leave to go to Chicago. So I literally, when I get back, I can start moving, but I have access to it before I leave.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So, and that's fine. So it's good because I don't have a few days to move and I don't have to be out of my current apartment till the end of the month.
Yeah, that's good. That is nice. You don't have to rush.
But, I hate it. And then, to make things even more ridiculous, so today, I went and spent a lovely day with our dear our Freet friend, Kristen. We went and we hung out at that crazy mall that you and I went to.
Oh, yeah. Yep, the
And-
caviar mall.
Yeah, it was just like let's go like walk around and munch on stuff and be stupid. So we did that, but when I went to go leave and pay for parking, I went to go use my card. Now, I'm sure all of you remember the tale of when my bank account had to switch and it screwed up everything. Well,
Yep.
I had not received my card or my checks yet. So I called them and said, hey, y'all, it's weird you haven't sent that to me. I need that. And so the guy that I talked to was like, sir, I will send it to you right away. I'm so sorry. Everyone else has let you down. I got you. So a day later, the card showed up. I was like, oh, thank God.
Dang.
Like, that dude nailed it. Very pleased. So I go to use that card. I haven't used it at all. I go to use that card today to pay for parking. And when I go to do that, it says declined. And I'm like, interesting. So on my way back, I call the bank to be like, hey, the card's declined. It's not letting me use the card. What's up with that? Dude, these idiots linked the new card to my old account. When I called, you know how when you call your bank, it'll be like your current account balance and it'll tell you the account balance?
Yeah.
It literally gave me my old account balance. And when I went to go enter in the information, it's like, please enter your card information. Everything it said was linking back to my old account. I was like, do these idiots link my brand new card to my old? I was like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And they're like, well, there's nothing we can do now. The person you need to talk to went home for the day, but tomorrow, if you go to your bank, I was like, oh my God. So that's what I have to do first thing tomorrow is go to the bank to get them to give me a card, which again will take a few days. A card that is related to my new account. How stupid is this, dude? I don't know.
Pretty stupid.
I don't know if this is the kind of thing that makes old people intolerant of everyday life, but I get it. I'm getting there. I was like, you had one job to do, and you guys screwed it up spectacularly. They made me change my account November 13th. They made it happen. It is now the 1st of December, and I still don't have what I need. It's a bank. Surely the bank would want me to use banking services. It makes no sense. I just don't. I have no words for how stupid it is, and it's upset me tremendously. And the fact that I have to plan my day, I was like, I got stuff to do tomorrow, but I guess first thing I'm going to the bank. And because the bank isn't one of those things where it's like, well, we open before you have to go to work. No. The bank opens at 10 a.m. So I can come to the office, start my day a little bit, then go to the bank. What a joke.
I mean, you're on Crendor time, you go to the bank first.
I mean, sure. But I'm not. I'm on Jesse time, and I got shit to do.
That's your problem.
And the bank, the worst part is I'm to go to the bank. I'm going to see this very nice girl. She's very sweet. She helped me out before, and she did her best. But clearly failed to deliver on the promise of everything she said would happen after I left the bank. Like, it was one of those things where while I was there, everything she could do, she did. And then she said, we'll send you this stuff. And it's very clear after I left, she just did not press send on that information.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get any of it. It just never happened.
Yeah, it's genuinely impressive. These might actually be the people running your apartment complex.
Maybe, dude. And here's the thing is, I wouldn't normally go with a big national bank like this. Like, my personal bank is a credit union, right? Like, but this is for the business, and this is a business bank. And it's like, my accountant was like, yeah, we should use them to. I only did this because everyone else was. This is my problem, Crendor. I keep letting other people convince me of shit. And I really should just stop listening to other human beings and become a hermit and live like Yoda. And then when people come to me for advice, I'll be like, when 900 years old you are, piss right off. Like, I just won't deal with people. I get it now. I understand why the elderly are so angry all the time. Like, life just beats you down. You're like, you can't be this dumb. You can't be this dumb. Yet people are.
You know, it's very true. There are a lot of dumb people out there.
Too many, man. Too many.
Yeah, you almost just have to expect it more than the other way around.
And I should have. I really should have. Like, I'm learning this in production of games too, like investing in games and stuff. I rely on people, even around the office. I rely on people, and then I'm like constantly let down. I'm like, I expected this to get done this way, and it just wasn't, and I don't understand why you didn't do it the way that we had talked about. Like, did I explain it wrong? Did you? And it's like, no, you just didn't care.
Yeah, that's why I never liked hiring anyone to do anything. So I'm always like, I'll just do it myself because I know I'm going to do it the right way. And if I don't, I'm like, damn, that's on me.
I mean,
right?
And it sucks because I feel like the person who let things get too far and now has to be a hard ass, and it always is awkward. Like, well, we used to be buds, but now I got to be mean to you, and I don't want to. Like, that kind of thing, it always seems awkward and weird when really I should have been that the entire time. But I just expected people to be chill and, like, do their shit, and it's obvious that most people are not that way. And so I'm slowly morphing into bad boss Jesse Cox, and it's upsetting me because I don't want to be that way. But yeah, everything now, I'm like, I if it's not exactly how I want it, I'm just not tolerating it anymore. I'm like, I wanted it this way, and you didn't do it this way, and now I'm mad at you.
I mean, on the bright side, you got mail.
I mean, there's no bright side. I literally have a list of places I have to still contact because I can't pay them because I don't have a credit card that works.
Have you tried offering them old-time bargaining?
I did say, you know, I would easily prostitute myself for my phone bill. They weren't buying it, though. It's strange.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Have you tried offering livestock?
I have not tried offering livestock, but I figured prostitution has worked in the past.
That's what I'm saying.
Surely
like
that's a valuable form of
4,
currency.
That's 2 out of the 4 old-timey currencies from, like, DC era.
That's one of the oldest forms of payment.
Yeah.
I thought for sure Adobe would be willing to accept a little sweet Jessie lovin' for the 2 Adobe accounts I have for the office, but clearly not.
Yeah. No, you're running out of options here.
Ridiculous.
I mean, what else is there's like offering your abilities, like craftsmanship.
They don't need that.
That's probably not gonna,
yeah, they don't need that. That's whatever.
Offering your daughters in marriage.
I don't have a daughter.
Not happening.
Can't do it.
Man, what else was from
Yeah,
back in those time? We're running out of stuff.
I mean, I could try and give seashells, but like I'm near the beach. Anyone can get seashells.
Yeah, no.
Spices, you can buy spices at the grocery store. There's really not much going on.
Do you have like silk fabrics?
I could agree to fight for them in some sort of war, but I don't think that's, you know, I could offer my serfs and land, but I don't have either of those.
Yeah, you might just have to wait.
Yeah, I'd bend the knee, but I got a bum knee, man. So I don't want to bend the knee.
No, you can't do that.
Right, I can't do that.
Speaking of literally none of that, we watched Hot Frosty.
We did, in fact, watch Hot Frosty.
You know what? Decent movie for being a Hallmarky movie.
The movie was a completely fine, very entertaining film. Not like a great movie, but still very entertaining.
Yeah.
The best part were the reviews. I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
Yeah.
That one review where the woman was like, the snow was fake. I can't believe they had fake snow in my Christmas. Like, what the hell are you? That's your concern?
Like, I feel like she doesn't even think that, real, like, I feel like she would see fake snow and think it's real. But she's, like, convinced herself of what it looks like. And she's like, that's not my fake snow. But she thinks other fake snow is real snow. It's like how girls can have the no makeup look.
Right, yes. I was thinking the exact same thing. And a lot of dudes will be like, I like it when you don't wear makeup. And it's like, no, she's definitely wearing makeup, my dude.
Yeah. No, it's exactly like that. I guarantee she's seen, like, fake snow in a different show. And she's like, why couldn't it be real like that? Like, she doesn't know. She doesn't get it.
Yeah, the one that the reviewer was talking about, she's like, I like this actor, but Dustin's more attractive when he has his clothes on.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, whoa.
Yes. I mean, for anyone who doesn't know, it was literally everything you could imagine from Hot Frosty. She puts the scarf on the snowman, He's a ripped snowman. So I mean, she could have put a dinosaur snowman. She could have.
We had a lot.
We had
a lot of questions about the premise of this film because it's like Crendor said, scarf on man, man comes to life. Now, if she put that scarf on a not Hot Frosty or on any of the other sculptures, would that have come to life?
Definitely would have.
I mean, is that the magic?
That should be the sequel.
But also, there was some biblical undertones, clearly. Even though the movie tried to hide it, Crendor and I picked up on it.
Yeah, no, it was very much a like he's bringing everyone together. He like died and rose again.
He's Jesus. Yeah, he's Jesus. Yeah. And the thing that's interesting about it is, in the movie, he has the brain capacity of a child, where he just has no really, adult sensibilities at all.
Yeah.
But one thing he does know is anytime there is something even remotely addressed in the Bible, he knows.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't mention the Bible, obviously, but, he won't understand one concept, but he'll understand that, stealing is bad.
Yeah.
He'll understand that, like, you don't want to kill anybody, but he won't understand something else. And I think because he knows the Ten Commandments, dude, he's in it.
He definitely is.
He knows. He's most of what he understood. Like, at one point, he has underwear on. How would a snowman know to put underwear on unless he knows original sin and basic shame? He is very clearly some sort of Catholic snowman.
Yeah. No, he's I think we couldn't figure out the denomination.
Potentially Mormon.
Yeah, probably more Mormon. I don't think if the Pope came down, like Hot Frosty would be like, the Pope, where's my rosary? Or like I think he'd just be like, nah, dude, we're all about family and having 20 siblings.
Yeah. It's very funny because one of the most awkward parts of the movie that I didn't talk about while we were watching it, but I kept thinking about it afterwards, is there's a scene where the guy from The Office, who is the cop, he gives a speech about how no one in the town takes him seriously. And he's like, I look out for you guys, but none of you take me seriously. And in that moment, I realized he's the only black dude in the entire town, I think.
Yep.
And it seemed like a really awkward, like, ooh, this town might be terrible. But then the woman from the diner shows up, and I was like, oh, never mind.
Yep. Yeah, that's a classic Hallmark.
Yeah. It was a good movie. It was fine. It's just so silly, and the fact that it doesn't take itself seriously makes all the reviews where people are taking it seriously even more funny.
Yeah. It's one of those things where the less serious you take it, the more fun you have watching it.
Completely.
Yeah, and there's some people, they take their Christmas Hallmark movies very seriously.
Yeah, and I don't understand why. We saw some reviews where they were like, I watch all of these, and this is the worst one I've ever seen. I was like, this might be my favorite one I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah, no, I agree.
Most of them are sappy and trash, and this one was like, we're going to tell a pretty funny story, and it has a decent message, the end. And I was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. No, it's a solid, feel-good thing, right? Give it like a good 7 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. Perfect 7 out of 10. Like, it fits the 7 out of 10. It is a movie that gets, in the first 3 minutes, the story's already going.
Yeah.
Like, Hot Frosty exists by minute 5. There is not much opening plot. It's like, we're getting Hot Frosty. It's happening.
I didn't expect them to come to life so fast. Then boom, there he is.
I mean, the plot literally, I think, centers around the fact that a random woman who owns a store gives a magic scarf to a woman and is like, here you go, sweetie. Crendor, to this day, I believe that woman made her husband out of snow.
Oh, I agree. I was convinced he was going to be made out of snow, and they're just like, keeping the tradition alive.
I thought for sure she was going to tell her at the end, honey, I knew you were looking for a man, and I got my man from snow, and so I wanted you to have one too. And it's like, we're basically snow sisters. Yeah, I thought there'd be a whole thing. Nope. Didn't happen.
Yeah, no, I actually really thought that as well, and then we got nothing.
But
We got
also,
nothing, so that was really disappointing.
now that he doesn't need the scar, spoilers for the end. He's a real man now. There you go.
Yeah,
Done.
because he got kissed by her.
Right, because he got the power of Christmas magic. He got kissed.
Yep.
So if he doesn't need the scarf, does the scarf still have the magic? And can you use that scarf on something else and make other snowmen? Can every woman in that town get a handsome snowman?
You know, when I think about it, if they had kids, would their kids be snowmen?
Congratulations, Kathy. It is a snowman.
Like they are they just normal humans now? Because he's the normal human, or like, are they gonna have snowmen? Genetics.
I
Are
don't
they
know
gonna come
how
out
it
cold?
works, dude. Because the entire movie he was freezing cold. He was under 30 degrees the entire movie,
Yeah.
and to the point where the doctor was like, "That's weird." But I also should sleep with him. There's a moment in this movie, by the way, everyone, where the doctor straight up is like, "Boy, he's weird. You should come home and stay with me." Like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah, the doctor's like, man, he's not normal. He's like below 30 degrees on both his temperatures. We should bang.
Yeah.
Like, what?
And the only reason why he did it is because he's like, "I want to stay with Kathy,"
Yeah.
as he's coloring a snowman in. And it's like, okay.
Which, by the way, he's literally like a 6-year-old
Yes.
at this point, where he's like, I want to be with Kathy, just coloring books. And then at the end of the movie, he's just like, I love you, Kathy.
That's my favorite moment in the movie because the entire time he's like, "Oh boy, I'm just excited to be here." And then when they go for the close-up end shot of the movie, he's like, "I love you, Kathy." It's totally out of character. It's crazy.
It's such a weird character shit. It's like if at the end of Elf, like Will Ferrell was like, oh yeah, let's get it on. It's like, it doesn't make sense. Like, he's an elf.
The also going back to him actually just being Jesus. Halfway through the movie, he fixes her entire house, and Crendor just shouted, "Jesus was a carpenter!" I laughed very hard.
We kept noticing the similarities.
Yeah, look, they didn't want to say it, but we knew what was going on. They tried to hide it from us keen-eyed viewers, but we saw right through their story.
No, yeah, no, we saw. We knew.
Yeah, there's a whole scene, by the way, where an older woman, who I believe is the, like, honeypot lady from Dumb and Dumber. This older woman is like, she crashes her car watching him shirtless fix a house.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's a full scene where he bangs her car and she gets off.
Yeah, he's like, ugh.
Yeah.
And it's like,
And she's like, "Do it, baby." It's crazy.
It's genuinely insane.
This movie had it all. This movie was amazing. I loved every minute of this. And again,
Yeah.
the fact that there are people who are like, not even a real Christmas movie. I'm like, you don't even know what Christmas is. You suck.
Yeah. They're not even filled with the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, this guy was clearly Jesus. Come back to save this woman from her seasonal depression.
Yeah. Which was caused by her husband dying.
Right, her husband died. Yeah.
Which she genuinely got over that, like, a little too quickly for a snowman, I think.
I don't know. She spent the entire movie being like, I don't know how to love anymore. Like, that was her whole plot, which, by the way, I thought was much better than what I thought the movie was going to be, which was a woman makes a snowman, the snowman comes to life, she bangs that snowman. I was like, what is the Christmas message here? But really, it was
Yeah.
about acceptance and letting go, and I was like, that's a very sweet message for this type of movie.
Yeah, you're right. It was definitely more heartfelt than I thought it would be. It's like you hear Hot Frosty, you're like, she's literally like making a snowman she wants to bang.
Again,
Right.
There was a group of women in town. There were 5 women in town who all they wanted to do was bang Hot Frosty. They had a support group about finding this man and banging him. They were like, "Can you come over and fix our stuff?" And then they watched him put a light together.
Oh my God, that reminded me, the entire premise of like the problem, like there had to be some sort of thing going wrong, was that at the start of the movie when he comes alive, he's naked and he like breaks some glass. And so the police are trying to arrest him because he like broke glass and stole his outfit he's wearing.
Yeah, and the thing is halfway through the movie, he repairs the glass And the people that, by the way, the people that he repaired the glass for, that he broke the glass, that was the couple that gave the scarf to the woman, to Kathy.
Yeah.
So he fixes the glass, and they're like, "Oh, well, all's forgiven." He goes and tells them it was him that broke it on accident, and they're like, "All's forgiven. You're all good with us, Jack." And everything's fine. They drop the charges. So in the end of the movie, he's not arrested for any crime other than streaking.
Yeah.
So at the big holiday party, the cops show up and arrest the sexiest man in town for streaking, and everyone's like, "Oh, like it's not even that bad." And they're like, "Well, we can let him out if you get $2,000." And she's like, "I don't have $2,000." And I was just like, the whole town's gonna pitch in. They love this man so much, and that's what happened.
Yep. It's always amazing how easily you can call these things out.
It's almost like I absorb a lot of media and know every trope. And so when they are so easily visible, I'm like, okay. All right. I would recommend this movie as a watch with friends movie.
Yeah. It's definitely a watch with friends movie.
Yeah. I don't know if your parents might actually want to see a good Christmas movie and expect this not to be just really fun. And yeah. And it's a very, very fun movie, but it's not, like, woman down on her luck, her boyfriend's so mean to her, and now she's headed back to her hometown where she can meet with her parents and find true love from Dave. He's a baker, but he only wears plaid and works out constantly. But not like gym workout. He works out by chopping wood in the forest. He's down to earth and a good man. He treats his son Steve well. Their mom died when Steve was a baby, so he doesn't even know his mom. He doesn't know what a mom is like. I could be that mom for him. And then Christmas, right? Like that's so trash. I hate those to the core of my being. The fact that this one exists, I'm like, that was good. That was fun.
Yeah, it's like Medea's Christmas a little bit.
Yes. Except
but without Medea.
Yeah, except there wasn't a scene where like Larry the Cable Guy showed up and was like, "Look at that big old frosted dick. You think his wiener's cold too?"
This movie really needed Larry the Cable Guy. That would have brought it up to an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, easy. There was a scene where they were in the car, like, having it out, and she's like, "I don't know that I can love again." And he's like, "I just want to be here for you." Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy was in the backseat, like, "You think his testicles is frozen? Is there snowballs down there?"
He like comes out during the car scene where he's like banging the car. He's just like, "Are you putting your dick in that car? What the hell's going on?"
"Frosty, you're not supposed to be banging cars." The woman would have been like, "No, let him do it. Let him do it."
Dude, Larry the Cable Guy would have just really capped this off. Like, just he would be perfect with the jokes. He would break up the ice, literally. He'd literally just be like, "What, is that a boner or an icicle?"
You know what? You know what the best part is I keep thinking, if that scene where he was like humping the car and the woman was inside the car, if that woman in the car was Medea, how much of a better film this would have been.
Yep. There's so many replacements you can make. Or you know what? I think you could probably just slot Nick Cage in somewhere as well.
Oh yeah. Nick Cage should have been the hot snowman. "I once was a snowman, but now I'm a real boy."
You could have literally had him be the main cop, and then the office dude be the side cop, and then Nick Cage would always get mad at him because he's like playing his piano. He's like, "Would you quit playing the organ?
Stop
We're trying
doing
to solve
that."
a crime."
Actually,
and he's just like,
I actually would have loved it if he was the husband of the woman who gave the scarf. Because it would have made no sense to have such a big actor be the guy who has 2 lines in the entire thing, but is clearly a previous snowman.
"Oh yeah."
And at the end, he was like, "I was once a hot Frosty."
"Oh, I'm a not Frosty."
"Oh man, when I was cold, I didn't age. Now look at me."
So like, with that change, with all those changes, that is practically an Academy Award winner.
Yeah, it would have been a great film.
If you want to watch it, but nobody else does, you can just watch our stream.
Yeah, we do. It will be up
Twitch.
for a while. Yeah, we have a watch along.
Yeah. Should be up for the whole month.
Yes, and you get to
holiday
see.
Season.
I ate an edible before we started. You get to see me slowly start laughing harder and harder at stuff.
Which, by the way, those will be on the podcast sponsors. You can see in full effect how
Yeah, that's true.
affects
That's
Jesse
very true. Yeah, a future sponsorship. Yes. You know what? That product worked well.
It worked real well. Speaking of products working well.
Notice how the days are shorter, but your to-do lists aren't. Power through your busy days with Factor's no prep, no mess meals. From breakfast to dinner and anything in between, Factor is easy, nutritious. It has so many good options to keep you fueled and feeling your best. Whether you have a routine or you like mixing it up, Factor has you covered with over 35 different delicious meals every week and over 60 additional convenience options you can add onto your box, like keto cookies, pressed juices, smoothies, whatever I can't pronounce, it's probably on there too. Factor lets you choose from 6 menu preferences to help you manage calories, maximize protein intake, avoid meat if you want to, or simply eat well balanced. Because Factor's meals are chef prepared and dietitian approved, so you're going to find something not only that you love, but that's good for you. You can get something like a 4-cheese tortellini and Italian sausage with sauteed kale and garlicky green beans, or maybe a grilled chicken and browned butter Yukon mash with roasted green beans, mushrooms, and leek butter. Or maybe you want something a little more festive, chorizo and black bean queso fundido with Mexican seasoned rice and roasted peppers. A lot to choose from. And not to mention all the add-ons, like you can get sausage and chicken wings and breakfast things and so much stuff. And the best part about it is it's delivered right to your home. So in these dark months, let Factor take shopping, prepping, cooking, and cleaning off your daily to-do list so you can do important things like sleep in a little bit more, Head over to factormeals.com/Cox50 and use code Cox50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month. That's code Cox50 at factormeals.com/Cox50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month while your subscription is active. Again, that's factormeals.com/Cox50 and use code Cox50 for 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month. Also, today we're brought to you by Privacy Hawk. Privacy Hawk is going to help you protect yourself online. Privacy Hawk is an app designed to help you automatically manage and control who uses and shares your personal data. By enabling an opt-out or deletion of all your information from thousands of companies and data brokers, it safeguards your privacy and prevents you from having all that misused online. I know I've said it before, I'll say it again. I use Privacy Hawk. I went on, gave them one of my emails and was like, look and see what's up with this. They found so much stuff, I removed and deleted all of it. It reduces your digital footprint, minimizing, who you're subscribed to and stopping the sale of your info and deleting your data from business databases. It has a privacy score, this unique privacy score that monitors how you're doing online and gives you sort of a quantifiable number of what your status is and how they can possibly help. They have address and social security monitoring, dark web and data breach alerts, identity theft insurance up to $1 million, and identity restoration if it ever happens. So see where your data is exposed and take the step to stay safe online and protect your privacy by downloading the app and getting a free privacy scan. So go download the Privacy Hawk app, use code COX20OFF, and get that special price for Privacy Hawk's premium subscription plan. Go to go.privacyhawk.com/Cox, COX-N-Crendor, download the app, get Cox20 off as the code. And if you're in Google Play, lowercase that bad boy we found out last time for a special price on Privacy Hawk Platinum subscription. If you need it, link is also down below or in the show notes. All right, Crendor, let's go to Chapter 7. The guy with Crendor. How's that traffic out there?
Oh man, let me tell you, holiday season, that traffic is insane. You got people coming home from Thanksgiving. You got people getting ready to go buy gifts. You got people that are, they're doing stuff. Man, it's crazy out there. Yep. Thank you.
Thanks, Crendor. Now let's go over to Crendor at the weather desk. How's that weather?
Here is
Merry Christmas, Crendor.
Oh.
Merry Christmas, Crendor.
I don't think I like that one. Oh, by the way.
I can't help it. I'm a man now.
I wanted to bring up, because I mentioned it last night, I wanted to bring up Arcane quickly. All right?
During the weather segment?
Yes, because I was going to bring it up earlier, but I had to mention, I tried watching it and I got bored. All right? And I realized that the show is just not for me. It feels like it's more Marvel League of Legends, the show, or like Marvel anime League of Legends is like how I put it. And it's all the champions that I just never cared about. There's no Fiddlesticks. There's no Rammus. They could have easily included.
I forgot your reasoning for not liking the show is, and I quote, "Where was sticks? No sticks." I believe is what you said.
Fiddlesticks. I said, "Where's the stick? The Fiddlesticks."
I just think it's very funny that you hate this show because no one you like is in it, and it's all the characters you hate because the people who play them.
I have an insane bias towards many of the characters.
I'm aware
because I've already played the game against these characters. In fact, most of the characters in this show are on my ban list, so I already hate them immensely. Okay, like Echo. There's a point in League Ranked where I banned Echo every game for months when I was climbing the ladder because I couldn't stand Echo and their dumbass ult where they travel backwards after being at 1 HP and then they're back up to like 2,000. And I was like, this is the stupidest shit. Banned every game. Now, I'm supposed to be like, oh, here's Echo in the show. Let's see what Echo's all about. Like, I don't like Echo. I banned you for months. Now you expect me to care? Like, get out of here. And then they don't, no Rammus, no Malphite, no Skarner. What about Skarner? Let's learn about Skarner. Someone's like, that's what they're doing Piltover. Yeah, because it's got the most human anime champions in it that they can just shove it. It's the same reason they have stopped making fun champions because nobody wants to buy them. They want the anime ones because they sell more skins, they sell more shit, and it's garbage. They've destroyed it.
Now, would you have been okay if it was a whole Yordle show?
Yes, that'd be better.
If it had like a Timu and Grumpkus.
Not Timu. You're not buying him on the Chinese website, Amazon.
I mean, maybe. It depends on where the animation's from.
Although at this point, they practically ruined Teemo. They got rid of all his old stuff. He's not even like an old war veteran now, though. Maybe he kind of is Teemo now.
Are you one of the guys that is definitely complaining about the fact that they completely reworked Victor? Based on the show?
I kind of was like, not Victor last night, but like, I honestly don't care.
Right, because it's Victor.
Nobody really played Victor ever.
Right, because it's not Moo.
A Moo? They didn't even put a Moo in the show, did they?
I don't think so.
I don't think they did.
I don't know who that is.
Already said. Oh God. It's just, I don't know. I'm somebody when I watch a show, like you already know about my lore and like story things. There's already people like, Crendor doesn't like stories. Crendor doesn't like anything. Okay, number one, I like some things. All right?
I like some things.
I much prefer stories that are like kind of mysterious or like psychological thriller.
You would
driven.
Absolutely enjoy the second season of Arcane.
I don't think I would.
Okay, all right.
It's too Marvel-y, and I don't really like Marvel that much. It's okay. But, like, I always just hate they'll just say jokes that are just like, and that's how I am. And it's like, all right, like I get that like once, but it has that like Marvel humor to it. And then the plots are always kind of generic.
I couldn't disagree with you more. That's so funny.
The plots are just like, it's like video game story plot, which is why I hate video game stories.
I couldn't disagree with you more. I'm shocked.
What do you mean?
I love Arcane, and I think League of Legends is not worth playing at all.
Well, yeah, because it's completely different because they ruined everything. That's why I said, I brought it up. They made this for people that don't play League of Legends.
Yeah, they did.
Or they made it for people that are just like, they play all the champions that I hate in League of Legends. So they made it for everybody that's not me, pretty much. The only thing I was like, the art style's cool, the animation's pretty cool.
I'm shocked. So you want some sort of League of Legends Riot property featuring all the goofy characters, but in a serious way.
They're not even goofy.
Teemo's pretty goofy looking, dude.
They could literally do the coolest thing of like fiddlesticks, and maybe it's like this crazy horror-themed fiddlesticks thing, and he's like haunting the farms, and he's like, fiddlesticks is awesome.
Whose farm? Like, who's he haunting?
I don't know. That's their job, to write the script.
Like, I feel like the problem here is a lot of the characters you love are clearly just ports from Defense of the Ancients.
They're not human.
Like, Fiddlesticks is clearly just a port from the Scarecrow unit from Defense of the Ancients that they just put in League of Legends when League of Legends first started.
Yes, I like those.
I get it, but he's also not a unique character. He's literally just, I was
None
a Scarecrow.
Of these characters are unique. They're just human. They're just like generic tropes. They're just like, it's Caitlyn. She's not like unique. It's just, she's Caitlyn. Her whole thing was like, I have a gun and I'm the sheriff of Piltover. And that was it. She was her champion, but they were like, you know what? This is a human we can create a human story for. They weren't like, oh man, let's take Corky. Like,
who's Corky? Who the hell's Corky?
Exactly.
We got Heimerdinger. That was fun.
My problem is this is everything that has this is like a buildup of things. This isn't just like the show. This is like a buildup of like, number one, Riot canceled Christmas years ago. They destroyed Christmas and the winter theme map. Everybody has wanted the winter theme map so badly, and they just refuse to bring it back. They're like, we don't have the technology. Yet they are selling like skinned maps of TFT stuff, and they have like themed maps that come up, and it's like, where's the winter map? All right, that's number one. Number two, they stopped making all the champions that I like because they don't sell as much as the anime champions that people can be like, ooh, I can play Yone. It's Yasuo's brother. They'll definitely do some show on that I'm going to hate. Because it's Yasuo and Yone. It's like my ultimate ban list. Every Yasuo player in the world is like, okay? It's just, and then they redo Teemo, one of my favorites, and now I don't know.
What am I supposed to say? I don't know half the references you're talking about.
That's what I mean. And yet, now they're like taking the show stuff and putting it at League, and I'm like, I don't know who this is. They're like, here's like a person in TFT. It's like, okay, it's some guy I don't know. And they're just like, oh, there you go. So I don't like that. It's, I don't mind it. I'm not like gonna write a forum post about it, but I don't like it. And it's just, it's not my League of Legends. Okay. It's changed.
It's not my League of Legends.
Hashtag not my League of Legends. And it's, I don't know. I don't hate that people like the show. I don't think it's a bad show. It's just definitely not my type of show. And I have a very strong bias built in from playing the game over all these years from these characters. So I can't see a character as just like some character because I see it as like a character I've played against in the game. And I care more about competitive multiplayer than I care about a generic story.
Oh, God.
And I know someone's like, it's not generic. Every story can be generic, but it's like broken down. And it's, to me, it's, like I said, it's like anime Marvel. That's what it feels like.
I mean, okay. I don't know how to, I can't fight you on this because I don't know that that's inaccurate, but I also don't know, like, your complaints are so hyper specific just to people who play that I'm sure there are people who agree with you. I can't deny that. But also,
yes,
it's really funny to me that it's like, this isn't the thing that I love. By the way, the thing I love makes me crazy.
That's how a lot of people are. Because they get so passionate about something that they defend it. Because it's like, it was a part of you. That shit, the League of Legends, that was a part of me for years. It wore me down. Playing against Echo took years off my life.
And now they want me to think he's the hero? That man's no hero.
Exactly. It's trash. I wish he got removed from the game. Give me 2 bans, please.
God.
It's I'm trying to like think of a way I can like compare it. It's like if they made a Final Fantasy story, all right? And they show you all these characters in a game, and then they're like, we're going to turn that game into a TV series, and then they change a bunch of the characters or like make them different, and then you're like, well, this is weird. They're not like from the game, or like maybe you had a bad experience like playing the game with them, and then you watch them in the movie, and you're supposed to cheer for them, but you already have a predetermined bias because you don't like them in the game, and now they made them good.
That sounds like a you problem.
It's not.
Sounds like a you problem.
I think it's... Listen, I'm just saying, I don't like it. I tried.
No kidding.
I knew I wasn't going to like it, but I wanted to at least try it. I didn't want to be the person that's like, I don't like sushi, but I've never eaten sushi. I was like, you know what? I'm going to at least try to watch it. And I just couldn't do it. So yes. That's it.
Well, I guess we got to go to the weather now.
Weather time. I believe we just have Vermont left, and then we've covered all the states. And I think, let's see where we land. We land at Vermont, Vergennes.
What?
Vergennes. Small city with lots of history. I would go to the local library and walk along Otter Creek. The joke about the school name whenever going to events, games, was that we're from virgins. Plus, our mascot was the Commodore, which probably didn't help. Long-time listener, thank you for the laughs throughout the years.
Yeah, okay. It is. Wow, this city looks like it is an actual, like, it's so cute.
It's probably like a Hallmark town.
I mean, dude, it is. It has a bridge and a waterfalls under the bridge, and like little cute houses on that bridge with the waterfalls. It is a Hallmark movie location, for sure.
Well, currently there, it's 28 degrees. Feels like 20 degrees. Snow likely coming around the corner. Midnight, we've got 68% humidity, 29.99 inches of pressure, 9-mile visibility, 9-mile winds, 19 on the dew point, UV index 0, moon phase, new moon, and a 7:08 a.m. sunrise and a 4:15 p.m. sunset. 10-day. We've got snow showers in the evening, 21 degrees overnight. Monday, partly cloudy, 34. Tuesday, 33 with clouds. Wednesday, 35 with clouds. Thursday, rain, snow, 36. Friday, 24, partly cloudy. Saturday, 26, partly cloudy. And Sunday, 32, partly cloudy.
I must stress to you, this is such a holiday town that the main street is called Main Street, first off.
Of course.
And then the locations on Main Street are Black Sheep Bistro, Virginus Laundry, a place called Malabar. It's a gift shop. Lily Boutique, women's clothing. Stone Block Antiques. Diddle and Zen Florists. Hair and the Dog. A liquor store. A place called Jackman Fuels. Rockers Pizzeria. And Lulu Ice Cream. That is Main Street.
It really is a Christmas movie town. This is insane.
Also, the fact that the florist is called Diddle and Zen is really funny.
Diddle.
Diddle and Zen. I don't even know what that means. What is that a reference to?
I don't know.
Diddle and Zen is wild. Meanwhile, Rockers Pizza, they got like a pizza place, but then they got Black Sheep Bistro that looks pretty good. All these places, very small town, but also good looking food.
Yeah, I'm trying to, what if I just dropped in the middle of this town? Let's see what we got.
I mean, it is, again, it's one road, dude. This town is straight up a main street and then a few side streets where people live.
I mean, this is actually pretty close to Canada.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's right across. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's like real close.
Yeah, it is very, I would say, what is that? Probably 2 hours from Montreal, maybe?
Yeah, that's an easy drive up there.
Yeah, maybe less than 2 hours. I don't know. You have to go past You have to go past Grand Isle State Park, maybe. I don't know what the trip up there is.
Yeah, wow,
That's so fun. Like, this town is... I mean, it's kind of close to stuff. Kinda. It's also near a bunch of national park, too.
National Park 2 sounds like a movie.
National Park 2. This time, it's personal. What's crazy is there's also a real-ass place called Santa's Village. Amusement park? Wait, is Santa's Village amusement park year-round?
I don't know. You would think they'd...
It must be, because I'm looking at the summertime water slide.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Santa in the summer is probably putting on his bathing suit, going crazy.
Yeah, I feel like maybe, open daily, 9:30 to 6 p.m.
Yeah, look at that.
But that's in Jefferson, New Hampshire. So I went across the border, I guess. Sorry, Vermont.
Honestly, all these restaurants look pretty good. Like the little
yeah,
quaint.
dude, they're all very like quaint and sweet, and yeah. Also nearby is Ben & Jerry's Flavor Graveyard.
What?
It is a graveyard dedicated to all of the no longer made Ben & Jerry's. And then there's a Ben & Jerry's nearby.
That is...
Maybe this is on the Ben & Jerry's property, but they also just have a flavor graveyard. Yeah, the factory tour.
Oh, so this is
Oh, that's
like...
so funny.
Damn. Yo, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of them right now. That Sweaty Balls from 2011 that no longer exists.
Yep.
Cool Britannia was 1989 to 1990 that no longer exists. All right, Vermont, not bad.
So yeah, that's the weather. Look at that. We've now covered all 50 states.
We did it. Now we have to cover every country in the world.
Yeah, now we have to cover all the countries. Start giving us some
Let's start small.
We
we'll take different provinces in Canada, and I assume, is it states in Mexico? We'll take different Mexican states as well.
I'll just throw all your... I'll take random ass islands and shit too. Just start throwing them out.
I just want to start small before we start getting crazy, because I don't know what we've covered. I can't remember half the things we've covered. We need that dude who comes to the live show. Instead of giving us all the moons and new moons, we need a list of every place in the world we've covered. Actually, we did have that before on the new moon thing, but that would require work. We need like a world map and the places we've covered filled in. That would make it easy for us. Visual aids. Yeah.
That's the weather.
All right, let's go to sports.
Sports. We had sports today. We currently have the Bills blowing out the 49ers 35-10 in the snow game. We had the Colts beat the Patriots. The Steelers beat the Bengals. The Chargers beat the Falcons. The Seahawks beat the Jets. Houston beat Jacksonville. Minnesota barely beat Arizona. Washington blew out Tennessee. Tampa Bay beat Carolina in overtime, even though Carolina should have won, but they fumbled. That's pretty bad. We had the Rams beat New Orleans. We had Philadelphia beat Baltimore. And on Thanksgiving, we had the Lions beat the Bears. Bears got their coach fired because it was a terrible ending that they mismanaged the clock with, and numerous other terrible weeks for their coach. The Packers beat the Dolphins, and the Cowboys beat the Giants. Over in basketball, Cavaliers 18-3 in first place, with the Celtics behind at 16-4. Then you got the Magic 15-7, and then the Knicks 12-8, Bucks 10-9, and the Heat 9-9. That's top 6 teams. Then you've got the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Rockets tied for first place. Or wait, no, half a game separating them with the first and second. You got the Grizzlies at third, Warriors fourth, and then Lakers and Mavericks at 5 and 6. However, there are still like 60 games to be played.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Then in hockey, we've got the Florida Panthers and the Maple Leafs battling out for first in the East. Atlantic and the Metropolitan, you got the Capitals and the Devils and the Hurricanes all battling it out. The West, you got the Minnesota Wild and the Jets battling out first. And then In the Pacific, you got the Golden Knights and the Kings and a few other teams actually all battling out. That's all pretty close there. But again, many games to be played. And that is sports.
All right. What is our fact of the day?
Lemons float in water, but limes sink.
Why? That's interesting. Why?
That's a good question. This says lemons and limes both have densities that are very close to water, so you expect that they would both float. However, limes are slightly less dense than lemons, which is why they will sink when unpeeled, and lemons will float. Peeling the fruit affects the density of the lemon. It will now sink slightly. Damn, that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Because they got there's some picture of like lemon lime water, and then all the lemons are floating at the top, and the limes are at the bottom. So one of those my sinus experiments, the science experiments where they're just like, look at that, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, this is one of those. It does have the vibe of like a weird. You watch some cool science video online, and then it changes your perspective on something that you probably already should have known.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. That's a good one.
Yeah. That's a fact of the day.
Okay, who has come to us this week with tears in their eyes?
Dear illustrious sirs, with tears in my eyes, I grovel before thee. Given how much the world you have explored through your weather segment and your love of restaurants, I have a question. If you get the opportunity to open any sort of restaurant in any country, money and language not being a factor, which countries would you choose?
Oh, man. If I had to open any... See, here's the thing. If I opened a restaurant, is the assumption I'd have to work at that restaurant?
I don't know. You'd have to at least show up from time to time.
Yeah, that's the trouble, is I'd want to open something that I'd want to be at, you know?
Right.
So, probably like a hot dog cart.
It's a random hot dog
Like
cart.
a hot dog cart, but in... Like, what's a country that needs a good hot dog? Like, somewhere in the Philippines. Is the Philippines, are they rocking hot dogs? I don't know. Like, Tanzania. Like, we got to bring the hot dogs to the people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got to do it. Oh, my God. I do brats.
That's what I'm saying.
You
We
do
can make
hot
a
dogs,
whole
I do brats.
Yeah, we do like a hot dog thing. We got brats. We got dogs. We got some hot sausage.
Yeah, the Italian sausage.
Yeah,
the
we got
Polish
peppers
sausage.
and we got sauerkraut and we got
Onions.
big buns that we put on the grill.
Spicy mustard.
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
our thing. We get our spicy mustard like handcrafted from the finest mustard men.
We have 4 different types of mustard.
Yes.
We have a mustard for we got a honey mustard, we got a yellow mustard, we got a spicy mustard, and we got like a grainy mustard.
Yeah. And these are like the best mustards you can get.
Yeah, these are mustards made by an old man.
Yeah. The old mustard man.
Yeah, we call him Mr. Mustard, and he
Yeah.
makes all of our Mr. Mustard brand, and he makes all of our mustards for us.
Yeah. He's like the guy where every morning he wakes up and he just has like a line of mustards that he tastes before he does anything.
And here's the best part, because it's a cart, we can travel around the world, and we can deliver food to the people that need it. We travel the world, and we're like, we got your hot dogs here. Get a brat right now. It'd be amazing. We go to France, they'd be like, I do not know what this is. And we'd be like, it's a street dog, mister. You're gonna love it.
So there you go. We got that one.
That's a good one. Yeah, simple
That's
answer.
a good one. And then, dear illustrious sirs, with tears in my eyes, I beseech thee.
Ooh.
I completely understand not wanting to sit down and watch full-length hollow live streams. They're very fun, but not everyone has time for that sort of thing. There are, however, hundreds upon hundreds of YouTubers who upload short, easy-to-digest clips with stream highlights from just about every single stream and event. This might make it easier for you to explore their content, see whether you'll like them. There are dozens of girls to choose from. They're all unique, entertaining in their own way. Most of them are from North America or Japan. There's also an Indonesian branch, and even a few European girls joined earlier. I strongly recommend it.
You know, I was with you until you said there are dozens of girls to choose from. And at that point, it became like, you know, have you ever seen those videos where like a dude ends up at a brothel and there's like a bunch of women just standing around like, "Hey, mister," and he has to make a choice. That's what you made for me, is like a bunch of anime girls like, "Hey, mister," and I'm like, which of you girls is the one for me?
You choose your flavor, anything you want. Like, yeah,
I was with you right up until that point, and I was like, I don't know. Yeah, which of these girls is the one for you, mister? Oh, God. I mean, like, in theory, I'm down to look. I've definitely seen stuff online. I've seen little shorts and things. But, like, I'm not sure if you're aware, I'm dealing with an apartment in a bank right now. I don't have time to fall in love with a little anime character. I got bills to pay.
I don't watch streamers or YouTubers. I hate streamers and YouTubers, in fact.
I've heard that about you.
Yeah.
But don't worry, there's several girls to choose from.
Yeah, there's several girls to choose from. Don't worry.
Yeah, you'll find one that's right for you, baby.
I'm gonna do this next one just because this is more of a question. That was more of a like, you guys should do this. Dear illustrious sirs, I come before you with tears in my eyes and on my knees in dire need to know, what is the best grocery store bought confectionery to bring to the family holiday party?
Ooh, here's the answer, and it's gonna shock you because it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Those weird ass cookies that have the icing that sticks to the roof of your mouth, that it's almost like barely baked, like something house cookies.
Oh, the sugar
cookies? Sugar cookies, the iced sugar cookies that are at the grocery store. They come in that, the plastic package.
Yep.
And they're at every grocery store, and everyone knows what I'm talking about. Yep. And it's the ones that have the icing that I don't think is real icing. I don't know what the hell it is. And they're delicious, but also taste incredibly fake. Those are the ones.
I agree. Those are like pure sugar too.
Everyone loves those, and if they say they don't love them, they're just fronting. They're the most American version of a cookie in that it's all fake. It's perfect.
And if nobody's like, I don't know, once they start drinking, they'll start eating them.
Yeah. Oh, those will go fast. And the good news is, that uncle that you hate, he's gonna eat a bunch of those, and he'll barely be able to talk because he'll be stuck in his mouth the entire time.
Yeah.
2 birds, 1 stone, baby.
Yeah, there you go. And that's that.
Okay, what is our big news story of the day?
Big news story of the day. Day. Mind you, I was struggling to find news today. I did find one thing. So I did end up going to Cosmopolitan.
Oh,
just
boy.
To see, just to see what they were up to. And I saw 155 dirty pickup lines to heat up your spicy convos.
Okay, you know what? I'm in. Hit me. Let's go.
All right.
I need to know these pickup lines. I could use some of these.
All right, so we have PG-rated pickup lines first.
No, that's trash. No, go to the dirty ones. PG, it's going to be like, did you fall for heaven because you're my angel?
It pretty much is, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's trash. Who cares?
Do you have a shovel? Because I'm digging your look.
Trash, garbage. It's embarrassing for all of us.
Now we got PG-13.
Okay, we can start here.
Yep. I can't taste my cherry chapstick. Can you give it a try?
That is like a pickup line you would hear in 7th grade.
Probably why it's PG-13.
Yeah, you're right.
You're just clarifying what we're...
Yeah, right. No, it's absolutely correct. Yes, yeah.
Although this one's nice pants, can I talk you out of them? That doesn't feel like PG-13. Although, I don't know. That's probably something Jesse Cox would say in 7th grade.
No, I would say I've got the F, the C, and the K. All I need is you.
Ah, I see.
Yeah, that's a classic.
You got, I'll flip a coin. Whichever side it lands on is what you'll get tonight.
Okay, I mean, putting a lot of chance there. Also, why not both? Why can't I have both?
Yeah, there you go.
A coin is both sides, not just the one.
And then we also have, there's a big sale at my house. Clothes are 100% off.
I would have enjoyed clothes are half off better. Because there's like an implication there that like, you're going to keep something on. No, we're not like,
Yeah, and I think it's a little funnier that way. Cause it's like an actual
clothes half off.
Thing.
Like which half? That's a good, yeah. Are we Donald Ducking it? What's going on?
Yeah. All right, now we've hit the R-rated pickup
All
lines.
right, this is good.
Are you Little Caesars because you're hot and I'm ready? That feels like a PG-13
That's very
one.
PG-13, yeah.
Yeah. Your clothes look uncomfortable. Let me help you out of them. Wait, what?
That's still not, yeah, that's, the half off one is better.
Yeah. Is that some Halloween candy in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? That's like a...
That's terrible. That would actually, that's not good at all. Also, if it's the holiday season, if it was Halloween, they might just be like, it is candy.
Yeah.
Also, is the implication that that dude's dick looks like Halloween candy? You mean the smaller than normal size candy? Damn.
Yeah.
You look like you got a fun size package.
I'm cold. Can I use your thighs as earmuffs?
The intention is good. I don't think it's a good
Feels
pickup
a little
line,
too
though.
try-hardy.
Yeah, the intention's there. I get it, but no.
Yeah. I wish I was your phone so you'd be on me all day.
That sounds less like a pickup line and more like passive-aggressive behavior.
Yeah, that's... Maybe if you got off your phone.
Yeah, maybe you weren't on your phone the whole time. Maybe you'd pay attention to me.
Just check my phone battery and it's 69%.
That's a number joke, not even a pickup line. That's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to let you know. Guys, if you find a girl who thinks that's a really funny joke, keep her. Keep her. She is literally laughing at the stupidest things. She likes you, dude. Keep her.
Maybe that's what this is testing.
Yeah, really, if you want to just, make a girl laugh, try this. If she laughs, she likes you. If she doesn't, it's a bad joke.
What time do you get off? Can I watch? That seems like something creepy you'd say to a
Yeah, it's
like
a little
store employee.
It's a little sex pesty.
Yeah. When do you get off work?
Yeah, when do you get off? You mean from work? No, that's not what I meant. You know what I meant. Like, whoa.
You're supposed to work.
Yeah. The only thing I want to work is you later.
All right, now we've hit the triple X pickup lines.
Oh, I can't wait for these classics. Cosmo, once again, killing it.
Truly. Are you a haunted house? Because I'm going to scream when I'm inside you.
I know the implication is supposed to be like this guy getting off, which again, a
Right.
little sex pesty. But in my mind, I imagine a guy as he's having sex with this woman just shouting in her face.
Like an actual, like, ah!
Yeah, just like, ah, like right in her face.
Just letting you know, I'm a psychic and we're definitely gonna bang.
That's not even, that's
It's not even good.
terrible.
Yeah. Do you want to see a movie or do you want to make one?
So this is just a random person asking you to make a porn.
Yes.
Or he really is an auteur and is like, we could actually make a film. Will you be my
maybe.
star?
I must be a beaver because I'm dying for your wood.
All right. That's not where I thought that was going to go. I'm dying for wood sucks. It should have been, I must be a beaver because, damn, that's funny. That's a good
funny.
one. That's a good
one.
Yeah, because, damn, that's cute. That's funny. I must be a beaver because I want your wood is like stupid.
Yeah, that's dumb. These are so bad. That shirt's very becoming on you. If I were you, I'd be coming too.
See, again. That shirt's very becoming on you, just like I will be later. Like, that's the line.
Although, like, nobody's gonna even know becoming. I don't even, like...
It doesn't matter because you said the thing. You said, I'll be coming on you later. Like, that's the joke.
Yeah.
This saying, like, adding extra steps to it is ridiculous.
Yeah. No,
They're making it overt. Like, overly complicated for no reason.
I'm training to be an astronaut, and my first mission is to explore Uranus.
Again, no, that's terrible. It's like an 8-year-old wrote that.
Yeah, it's definitely the.
Oh, did you know the planet's called Uranus, and that's also your butthead? Or your butthead? Your butthole.
Butthead. Butthead.
It's your butthead, man.
My doctor told me I have a vitamin D deficiency. Want to go back to my place and fix that?
Do we have to go buy it, or what would you want to do there? We can go. There's vitamins for that. We can go to the grocery store right now. I'll help.
Yeah, these are terrible.
These are bad. Yeah.
These are really bad. Who wrote this? Rachel Verena. Rachel is a full-time freelance writer covering everything from the best vibrators to the best TV shows.
Rachel, I'm gonna assume none of these have ever been used on you. And you went to a website and typed in on Google best pickup lines, then wrote an article.
She definitely did.
Because I bet if we looked these up, we would find these on other sites.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Because none of these are good.
10 years of editorial experience. So she's been here a while. With bylines at Women's Health, Elite Daily, Betches, and more. Oh, boy. She lives in Tampa, Florida, but did not feed her husband to tigers. When she's not testing out her toys, 100 plus and counting, she's likely chilling with her dogs or eating buffalo chicken dip. Totally and ideally at the same time. Yep.
Oof.
Yep, that's about what I thought.
This new Cosmo, trash.
Hashtag not my Cosmo.
Hashtag not my Cosmo.
That's your news story of the day.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Thanks so much for listening and watching. I'm enjoying this podcast. Crendor, hit him with the socials.
We've got socials, youtube.com/Cox and Crendor podcast. That's where all these That's where all these are at. And it's where you can comment the weather requests, the comments of the sirs and such, and more. Also, we're on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and we got youtube.com/Cox and Crendor. That's where we have the animations. Then we have our own things such as youtube.com Jessica Cox, YouTube Crendor, Twitch Jessica Cox, Twitch Crendor, Facebook Jessica Cox, Facebook Crendor, Twitter Jessica Cox, Twitter Crendor, the TikTok Crendor, TikTok Jessica Cox, TikTok, Instagram Notorious Cox, Instagram Crendor's Taken, and more.
And more. Okay,
and
well, that's
more.
it. You can find us on more. But thanks for all the love, and that's it for us. We'll see you next time. And as always, to be continued.